Hey, Sonic Afternoon Show host / amateur physicist Lane Mitchell here. Have you seen the new set of Late Night with Jimmy Fallon? Looks amazing, but what's with all the wood? It's like the set designer said, I'm going for sort of a 70s throwback kind of vibe, but I also want something incredibly flammable. Well, no, those are called diffusers, and you'll find them in pretty much every studio control room. What do? Well, every enclosed space is what's called a resonant chamber. Check it out. As I move the interior dimensions of my mouth, the space changes, thus changing the pitch. Well, rooms are the same way. Left untreated, certain notes would ring louder than others, which not only makes it hard to get an accurate recording, but you also can't do an accurate mix. Cue the quadratic residue diffuser. Now, back in the 70s, this German physicist named Manfred Schroeder had this radical idea that if every single enclosed space is a resonant chamber, why not just make a whole bunch of different resonant chambers, thus scattering the different notes that were over-accentuated, sort of smoothing out the performance of the room. So he designed something called a quadratic residue diffuser, which is based on a prime number sequence. You can have a prime 7, you can have a prime 23, you can have a prime 91? I don't know my prime numbers that well. But anyway, I decided to take a crack at building one of these suckers.
I learned some math just yesterday. It wasn't hard. I got an A. We learned to count 1, 2, 3, 4 and do addition. So Mom, I'm now a mathematician.
So next came the fun part, which in my opinion was every part that didn't involve math. I built a frame, ripped some dados in it to allow for the fins. Because I'm going to be sitting in very close proximity to these diffusers and they need some sort of room to let the sound mature, I'm building what's called a diffractal diffuser, which is a diffuser inside a diffuser, which is why there's all these little lines dadoed inside the wood. Now, I still have 2 or 3 coats of paint to throw on this bad boy yet, but I think you'll agree, it looks pretty sexy.